Now we go to the Open RAN ecosystem. Okay, so we'll discuss about the different Open RAN groups and initiatives supporting the Open RAN ecosystem. First is the Telecom Info Project, the ORAN Alliance, and the other key Open RAN groups such as the Open RAN Software Community, Small Cell Forum, Open RAN Policy Coalition. So let's start with the Telecom Info Project, or the TIP. So Telecom Info Project is one of the two industry groups spearheading the Open RAN initiative. So TIP was founded in 2016 by Facebook, or Meta right now, as an engineering-focused collaborative technique for designing and implementing global telecom network infrastructure with the objective of allowing universal access to the internet. Okay? So, hindi lang pang social media si Facebook, no? So, they are also involved in this initiative of supporting Open RAN. And if you go to their website, there is what we call the Open RAN Project Group. Okay, so the member companies host technology incubators and accelerators. Si TIP is hosting an annual infrastructure conference known as yung TIP Summit. Meron sila tinatawag ng mga plug fest. So plug fest means meron ka equipment, you have the equipment. You have, for example, you have the DU and then meron kang CU. So you bring your CU, you bring your DU, and then let's try to interconnect. Let's plug it together if they will work. No, if they have a interoperability testing. So ayun yung mga plug fest na ginatawag natin. And then they also have this Open RAN group, Open RAN Project Group. So this is an initiative to define and build 2G, 3G, 4G, and 5G RAN solutions based on general purpose vendor neutral hardware, open interface, and software. So that is TIP, no? Telecom Info Project. Next is the ORAN Alliance. So ORAN Alliance, nabuo siya after 2 years buo ni TIP in February 2018 with the goal of promoting open and intelligent RAN. So this is the second group or organization driving the Open RAN movement. So meron tayong dalawang organization that merge to form the ORAN Alliance. First is the CRAN, the China Mobile and other mainly Chinese vendors, CRAN Alliance, and the XRAN, NTT Docomo and other American vendors. So ang mga founding operators niyan ng ORAN Alliance is si AT&T, China Mobile, Deutsche Telekom, NTT Docomo, and Orange. Okay? So ayan si ORAN Alliance. So si ORAN Alliance, siya yung gumagawa ng mga technical specifications and guidelines, no? And the mga use cases. So if you look at the ORAN technical work group, so meron siyang katulad ng 3GPP, meron siya iba't ibang work group hanggang work group 11. So sa bawat architecture ng ORAN architecture, merong work group na tumututok doon to set the specifications and standards. Okay? So meron tayong mga different parts of the ORAN architecture. Okay, so meron tayong orchestration and automation, yung SMO. And then we have this RAN intelligent controller, which pag-usapan natin to sa sa next session natin next week. Nandiyan yung CUDU and then yung mga interfaces papuntang ODU and ORU. So ito yung simplified form ng architecture ng isang ORAN architecture. You have the SMO, okay, where the non-real-time RIC is located. And then nandito yung ating near real-time RIC or the RAN intelligent controller. Nandiyan yung ating mga XApp, okay. And then you have the OCU, the ODU, the ORU, and the OCloud. So kapag tinignan mo yan, nasan yung core network dyan, no? So yung core network nandito, no? Syempre. So itong OCU natin, nakakonekta sa core network. Yan. So it's either LTE or 5G core network. Yan. Naka-connect yan sa core network syempre. Tapos ito, syempre may interconnection din 'to, no? Kaya kapagka naputol yung connection natin dito sa dalawang 'to, sa SMO at saka sa near real time rate, the system can still work, right? It can still work because it's still connected. The only difference is that the intelligence given by the RAN intelligent controller will be diminished. Okay? So pag-uusapan natin 'to, we'll discuss this further in the second session next week, the deep dive into the ORAN architecture. So the ORAN Alliance membership are divided into two. So it's either an operator members or vendors or researcher or academic institutions or contributors that want to contribute in a meaningful way to the ORAN Alliance. So maraming mga members ng ORAN Alliance, no? Yan. So sila rin yung mga vendors. Isa diyan si Rakuten Mobile, okay, from Japan. And here are the other contributors and academic entities. So ayun si si ORAN Alliance. Next is ORAN. Yes, Huawei is not there, no. ORAN software community. Okay, so the ORAN software community is a collaboration between the ORAN Alliance and the Linux Foundation with the goal of promoting the development of open source software of RANs. So the ORAN software community's mission is to enhance the openness of the radio access network by focusing on openness of the radio access network by focusing on the open interfaces, followed by implementation that utilize new capabilities allowed by ORAN standards. Okay, so sa software ang ginagawa nito, no? ORAN software community. And then we also have this other key Open RAN group, si Open Network Foundation or si ONF. This is an operator-driven community led non-profit consortium, fostering yung mga democratizing the innovation in software-defined programmable network. So you can check the website here para makita niyo yung mga ginagawa nila. And meron silang specific product, what we call this SD-RAN. So this is building an open source components for the mobile RAN space and complementing yung mga open RAN focused on architecture interfaces. And then meron isang group which is a small cell forum develop its open RAN environment with small cells in mind. Small cells like what I showed you previously implemented in the indoor system, but this one, the small cells are not being done like the distributed antenna system, no? They are using a different cable and an active antenna system, but the concept is the same. Okay, so just imagine yung RRU functionality pinagsama natin sa sa antenna. So that's the small cell solution. So the one that is contributing to that deployment type is the small cell forum or the SCF. Okay. And lastly is the Open RAN Policy Coalition. So it collects, it's a collection of firms created to support the policies that would accelerate the adoption. Okay, so this is one of the challenges, yung adoption ng mga operators to implement Open RAN. So ang goal nila is to fund research and development, okay, remove the barriers to the 5G deployment, avoid the heavy-handed or prescriptive solutions, and of course use the government procurement to support vendor diversity and signal government support for open and interoperable solutions, and support global development of open and interoperable wireless technologies. So itong kagandahan kay Open RAN Policy Coalition, no? So they are supporting in terms of the policy making bodies, no? So in-encourage nila yung mga government to somewhat give incentives, no, sa mga vendors or operators that want to implement Open RAN. Okay, so ito yung ating mga major, no, Open RAN groups and initiatives. Pero may mga ano pa 'to 'no, marami pa 'tong kasama 'no, pero what we have discussed so far is the major ones. Okay, now let's go to the last part 'no, yung deployments and trials. So ano yung mga deployment scenarios 'no for Open RAN? So since the system would be open, the equipment, the hardware, the software, and the interfaces are open, not like the proprietary. So what are the different deployment scenarios? So we can implement, of course, a typical network deployment, no, for coverage extension and site densification. But of course, for us, RF engineers and optimization engineers, we see a challenge when you are deploying Open RAN in a densified network. Like for example, you have an existing network here, no? Meron kang network dyan. And then you try to put an Open RAN here. Okay, so Open RAN to. So what will happen if you're familiar with the neighbor definition, it will be different, no? They will treat this as a different network because of the equipment. If this is a proprietary coming from vendor H, okay, and then you have vendor M here, there's a different protocol here, and then there's a possibility that there's a challenge in definition of the neighbor. So that's one of the challenges, but you can still deploy because we are doing this. We are doing this also in the existing network, especially in the boundaries of the Philippines. Okay, new deployment in urban and suburban. Okay, and system replacements and upgrades. So if you want to change out the equipment, but we know no that the task of system replacement is very huge, especially for RF engineers and optimization implementation. Like for example, the system of replacement is that one network will change the equipment from vendor A to vendor B. That's a huge task. Okay, actually, even though it's a small area, it's a still huge task. Okay, from planning to implementation. But we can deploy like that. And also for rural coverage, okay, so if you want to expand coverage, it's better. Better to have use an Open RAN. And also if you are green field network, no, like Rakuten Mobile. So when they deploy the network, since they are a greenfield operator, they can deploy immediately Open RAN immediately. No? So there is no combination of different hardwares and software or different vendors. And then you can also support private and neutral host networks. So you can deploy Open RAN, like for example, you have a factory in 5G, you want to create a 5G private network, you can have an Open RAN here. Okay, you can deploy Open RAN. Or you are a neutral host network, like for example, in the tower sharing solutions. This is a typical example, tower sharing solutions, and then you're located in the rural area. Why don't you just not just only share the tower, but share the antenna system, including the radio and the BBU or the CUDU, no? So this is open, okay, where different operators or different operator can share the entire antenna system and the radio access network by using Open RAN. Okay, so that's one of the deployment scenarios. Okay, so what are the different deployment and trials? So marami na sa iba't ibang bansa, but the most successful and famous deployment is the Rakuten Mobile in Japan. So they are greenfield in 4G deployment. Their equipment is Altiostar and Nokia. And NEC selected for 5G deployment. So intended to reduce the OPEX. So if you visit the Rakuten Symphony or mobile website, you can see the different benefits that they gathered or gained in deploying Open RAN in their network. And in other parts of the world, like AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, Deutsche Telekom, Dish in the US, okay, MTN, Telefonica, Vodafone, they are starting to test, and some of them are implementing Open RAN. Deployment trials done by Parallel Wireless. So you can see different vendors aside from the traditional vendors or current players right now. So there are new players in the likes of Parallel Wireless, Mavenir. Okay, so you will hear this voice, this vendors. So if you're interested to learn more about them, you just visit their website. So what are their projects? Okay, so they have different trials and deployments in different parts of the world, like in Mozambique, Ireland, India, and Turkey. Same with Parallel Wireless. They have some deployment also and trials in Colombia, South Latin America, Peru, and Argentina. For Mavenir, Altiostar, Telefonica here in Brazil, Germany, Spain, and UK. Okay, so those are the deployment trials now of Open RAN. Okay,